How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to Evolve Enterprises. If you haven't been here before, my name is Luke and I'm the founder and CEO of Evolve Enterprises. We're a performance marketing company in the UK working across the US and the UK with a massive client portfolio. And what I wanted to talk about today is how you can get your first clients as a marketing agency, and not only that, but build the foundations that will carry your marketing agency all throughout its lifespan. And I wanted to start making these videos just to give a little bit more advice to people starting marketing agencies, considering it's such a competitive market nowadays. So let's just jump straight into it and talk about the key points that will start off this video. So we have the honest reality that you need to know just before we jump in is you need clients to get experience and experience to get clients. Now, what does that mean? And what it could often mean is you might end up working for free for a suspended period of time. And this isn't because you're not valuable enough, it's because you haven't got the experience that you need to get higher value clients that will start paying you. And you need the experience for case studies, trust me. But I'll talk about that on the next slide. But here's what no one starts with: a proven track record. No one does. Okay, the track record is built by starting anyway. Okay, and this is exactly here: the fear of not being good enough and the fear of rejection. You will be rejected hundreds and hundreds of times throughout this journey, I could say, that you'll go on, and you cannot wait for the perfect offer. You will have to go out there and force it to be achieved, essentially. Now, taking imperfect action early. Okay, just start. Okay, like I said, no one starts with a proven track record, just start anyway. Taking imperfect action early and learning early and failing as much as possible is the best advice I can give you. Just fail and fail and fail until you learn, and then do it over and over and over again until you continue, and then you start making money from that. Now, let's move to the next slide. So, working for free, like I said, I'm going to talk about when to do it, when to avoid it, and how to structure it. So let's just jump straight into it. So when you should do it is when you have 0 case studies. If you're completely starting out, you have 0 case studies and you have no proof of results, you should work for free to get those real results and to document it immediately. A video and a document full of your best results is super important. Now, the business is a strong fit. If you have an opportunity to work with a company and the best way to do that is to start working for free, then start working with this business that is an extremely strong fit, because the chances are you'll have a great relationship for the future and you'll earn a lot more money and a lot more of a case study in the future working together. So that's another reason why you should work for free. And if there is a clear agreement that you will be paid in the future, because that would mean is it's not working for free, it's being paid and just postponing the payment essentially. Now, when should you avoid it? Especially just like look at all those benefits of working for free. When should you actually avoid it? Okay, if the client has no intention of paying later, and it may be difficult to notice when you've just first met the client, but if you do a little bit of a deeper dive and you actually get to know the client, you'll realize this guy has absolutely 0 intention of paying me. I shouldn't do any work for him, and I have made this mistake over and over and over again. You shouldn't do it. Just don't waste your time. They do not respect the value that you're bringing in, so don't work with these types of clients. Now, if you already have case studies and you just want more, working for free is a good option. But if you don't need extra case studies and you have the case studies to back up your value, then you should start pricing for the value that you're providing. Okay? Now, if there are no terms agreed up front, if you don't have a contract in place, then you should not work for free. You need a contract in place to make sure that you can cover your duration that you're working for free, and to make sure that you are getting paid for the work that you're doing and the value that you're providing. Okay? And this is how to structure it. So set a defined scope inside of the contract, agree on what you get in return inside of the contract, and build an in-paid transition. Okay, so agree that if results are delivered, you will get paid, and that makes it as easy as possible. Now, this may be different for different relationships, it may be different for whatever client you work with, but just make sure there's a contract in place so that you are covered. And it is super easy to create nowadays. If you just ask AI for some guidance on what you should add inside of the contract, That is how you'll build a super easy contract, just to make sure that you're covered. And the big things are scope and timeline, agree on what you get in return, and build a paid transition so that you move from free to paid. Okay? Now let's keep moving forward. So outreach. This is the number one biggest thing that you'll be doing, and it'll be your main source of clients just by reaching out. So this is especially how you'll get clients at the start of the business as well, when you're building that foundation and you don't have too much inbound coming in. So warm network outreach. So this is people who you already know. So start with those people who are friends, family, or local businesses that you already know. Reach out to them because they already know you. They know you're not just some person online, and they can trust you. And you can even meet them in person, which is a massive plus. Reach out to those people and they're much more likely to work with you. Now, cold outreach, which is reaching out to people, trying to start a conversation with people who have never met you before. This is incredible and it's super valuable for marketing agencies because you can do massive volume. You can send 100 or 1,000 emails a day, and what this would mean is you can reach 1,000 people per day. Now, this may not mean you'll get your first client even within the first week, but with that volume and with the volume of cold outreach that you do, it can be cold calling, cold messages, cold LinkedIn messages, whatever, you can get clients through volume. So this is quality, the quality of your outreach, how you plan to meet these people. This is volume, the number of outreach steps that you take. And content, leads back to quality. So with the content, this can be filming YouTube like I'm doing now. It can be going on Instagram or Facebook and filming social media reels, or it can be going on TikTok and providing guidance on there, for example. And this brings inbound. So this is inbound, and it's all based out of quality, and this is when customers reach out to you to actually get a service because they've noticed you as the best option, okay? So just select a method from the above and master it. Make sure that you are perfecting that method, okay? And especially with cold outreach, there's so many different methods. You can be cold calling, cold emailing, cold messaging, and so many other methods. Pick one. It can be cold email, it can be cold calling, and perfect it, I should say. Become skilled in that one area and then do the highest level of volume. Now, let's continue. So, positioning without a track record. This is what kills your credibility before I talk about what builds your credibility, okay? So, I help businesses with their marketing, and this is the one sentence here. You need one clear sentence that clearly describes who you are, what you do, and essentially how you do it, and the value that you're providing. If you don't have this sentence, you need to write one down now. So, this is a terrible sentence. I help businesses with their marketing. There's no targeting, there's no outcome, and there's no clear client type, okay? Refine that sentence to add a specific niche, a specific outcome, and a specific type of business that you work with. Now, competing on price because you cannot articulate value. Define the value that you're providing. It can be more booked jobs, it can be more revenue, it can be more systems, more automated, more time saved. Define that value and then explain it and define it and share that with the client. And a generic website, generic language, and no proof of results, that's also what kills your credibility, okay? So what builds credibility fast? A perfect, flawless one-liner like this. I help home service businesses get more book jobs through Google Ads, okay? Specific niche, specific outcome, and type of business here. So, with the outcome, with the niche and the type of business, this is the type of sentence you want. Don't copy it, write your own, but do it for your own business. Every marketing agency is different. Now, like I said here, I've already discussed that. So content that demonstrates your thinking before anyone speaks to you. If you already have content that's brewing and people can find you anywhere, that's a big credibility. And you can use that for your advantage against competitors. Now, even just one documented result used consistently across everything across your social media, this can be a case study. So use this documented result and this documented case study all over, and this will build your credibility fast, and you need it as a marketing company. Now let's continue. So, your first checklist. Let's just untick all of these, and as we go down, I will tick each one and we can talk about that and what it means. So, write your positioning sentence. I've already mentioned this. Write that one sentence down. Do it now so that you can actually refine what you offer and how you do it. Now, pick one service to lead with. Don't become an extremely professional in every single service. You can't. Refine one and become an expert in that one service. It can be advertising, meta ads or Google ads, or it can be systems and automation, or it can be anything. It can be websites, whatever. Work on that one service and provide it at the best quality to bring in the best value. There's no point providing 10 mediocre services to a client that doesn't even need the other 9, okay? Just refine one service and upsell that to everyone. So tick that off. List 20 warm contacts, list 20 people that you already know, just write them down and reach out to them today and actually just find out whether they would need your service if you haven't refined it, or even try reach out for free work, and then send your first 5 messages today. Identify your free work candidate. Find the best candidate that would be open to allowing you to work for free to give them free value. And trust me, if you give them a free service that will make them £10,000 extra or £100,000 extra, they're much more likely to work with you. Okay? And set up a LinkedIn profile if you haven't already. It's super important to have your LinkedIn profile, not just because it's an extra social media, but because it's where higher ticket clients will actually look a background check up on you. This is where they'll look you up, this is where they'll find more about you, this is where they'll understand more about your offering. Okay? And document your first result. Get your first case study from this free client. If you have already, document it. Use that case study everywhere. Ask for a referral after every delivery. Whether that's just a quick one-off job or a consistent retainer, ask for a referral and then use that referral to gain trust with the new client that you're working with and to possibly move to a paid client. Now, once you've completed all of these, you'll have a great foundation starting off your marketing agency. Let's continue to slide number 7. Your first 90 days. Now, this isn't completely accurate. You may have your first 190 days or 200 days or 360 days. Who knows? But this is how it will go. The foundation, you will position yourself as a proper business, you'll position yourself as a great agency with the right foundation. Now, execution, your first free project or your first paid work. This is super important and this is the biggest stepping stone. This is the hardest point to reach, to find your first client and to reach your first free work. Then you'll move to paid work, and then the rest here is easy. You'll get your case study, you'll get your documented delivery, and you'll convert to a retainer and repeat. That's where you'll scale, okay? So, up to here is incredibly hard, and it may take you up to even 90 days just to get to this point. And this is just outreach, and the volume that you put in will get you here faster. And then from this point on, it's easy, and you will flow and you will scale from that point on. Now let's continue. So this is what you'll need to start this week, okay? So write the sentence, define your offer, okay? Start that this week, and then send 10 messages as well this week to either your current network or a cold network. Now deliver something, just deliver something for free. This month, after reaching out to loads and loads and loads of people, just deliver one service for free and get that case study locked down. Now, I know I've given you so much value on this video. I would just love it if anyone needed some extra help to book a quick strategy call with me. I will break down in better detail what your business specifically needs rather than looking at the broad things for every marketing agency. Now, let's build something that lasts, and I really appreciate you watching. Thanks everyone.